Welcome back to ShopDog-Garage. This is a 67 Camaro video, or at least the intro to it. I've been working on this hood for a long time. It is getting very close to what I want. But one of the things that has to happen, when you look here, you'll see from this point forward, the gap gets a little bigger. So I'm going to pop that up and start stitching a little more on there. It takes time to do it. I've also got a couple areas here, like right here, that need filled in. I'm going to go ahead and mark those and get started. I only like to weld a little bit at a time, and then just let everything cool, put everything away, and come back and assess. I don't like to get too crazy. You start chasing yourself and you start warping everything. So anyway, welcome back. Right, I've made my first stitching pass. Well, it's actually 3 passes, but the first one that I'm filming. So you just start here, you come here, then you go over here, then you go there, then you go here, then you go there. Just keep moving around, cool it off, wait a minute, do it again. Keep brushing off all the flash and soot and stuff. You know, that seems to be one of the big secrets. Just keep brushing it, keep it nice and clean. But you can see in only about 10, maybe, well, less than 15 minutes for sure, we're already adding quite a bit to that front edge. So I think while that cools a little more, I'm going to come over here, build this one up. This was the worst offender. And also start hitting some more of these holes. I know we're at a point where they're more than strong enough, but I'd rather it was more metal than filler. Oh, and I'm going to grind whatever that is off. That is sharp. Don't want that in my finger. So anyway, that's where we're at. Alright, sorry about the air compressor running. We're going to go ahead and pull our spark arresters here. And you'll see I got a squirt bottle. I've been hitting them with water. Keep them from catching fire too much. So what I've done is some more weld up here, especially here, and a little more underfill and reprofile. And I've started the fill up here and started the profiling. There's a long way to go here yet, but what I need to know now is how close am I getting? Okay, you can see I've still got quite a bit of buildup to do here. You know, the problem being, of course, it's probably actually this panel that's the issue, but this panel already fits the fender. It fits the trim. I don't know that I want to push it back anymore. I certainly don't want to recup that fender again. So here, especially remember there was that giant dip there. That's starting to really fill in. I'm getting pretty happy here. Like I said, another probably 2 passes, particularly along the middle edge here, because this point now is good and this point is good. This is not a straight line, however, so I can't just use a straight edge. So this is the widest point. We'll take our little piece of tape. That's our biggest gap. So the next time we go, we'll build up towards that and back. I'd rather overbuild it and grind it down than keep chasing and chasing and chasing, because what I really want is this same gap. That looks really nice. And here you can see we're getting very close. I've just marked my dips. I'm going to go ahead and hit one more pass. Alright, let's see how we did. You can see we added a bit more, ground it all back down again. Pretty close. I think I'm going to subtract a little here. And I may want to add one more here. Let me think on that. That looks pretty reasonable. I got a couple spots I can actually sand. I think I'm going to be happy with the hood today. Alright, just took a break for a few minutes. ShopDog and I are coming back out. It's an absolutely lovely day today. Rained again last night. So, back in we go. You can see I was listening to a little Linkin Park there. Yeah, this should be plenty cool by now. Yeah, I got a spot. I got a hammer right here. Yep, it's proud right there. I must, well, I would have been here. I overheated to do that. But I can fix that. And yeah, so I think I'm at the grind everything back to my line. Let me grab a stick, start making measurements. I don't know that I really, actually, no, I'm going to add right here and then grind. Other than that, I don't see anything else that needs to be added to just that spot. And you can see, looks like an area I was trying to work. So when you look straight down, you can see it. So let me add a little material there real quick. ShopDog doesn't like welding, so we'll leave the door open for a minute. Alright, did a little tacking. Time to do a little cleanup. Alright, we've done a little more cleanup. Let me get this disc out of here. And let's see where we're at. ShopDog's enjoying some sunshine. Not a big fan of welding and grinding, so he likes it there. Okay, let's see how we're doing. That is really starting to look pretty nice. Okay, and this side I did do a little more work over here. God, that's probably as nice as a hack like me is gonna get. I'll do a little more grinding and cleanup, but remember, this still has to get, you know, the filler primer, Bondo, all that stuff on it. So there's still more work to do. I might even reshape this a little like I did on the other side, now that I'm looking at it. Now I'm just getting picky. Oh, I gotta change this bumper height a little, it looks like. Looks like I can drop that a little now. So that's looking pretty stinking nice. Alright, Inspector Neighbor Jeff is here to check my work here. See how things are going. I gave him some blue tape to mark the areas he wants work yet. Alright, so we did a little work here. Neighbor Jeff wasn't happy with that gapping, and now it looks really good. Gapping here looks good. And then this corner was actually sunk a little here. So wound up doing a little more work here. That's the only spot that's a little high, but I can bring the valence up. It sank a little bit. I must have leaned on it. Remember, I don't have those bolts that tight. This cowl can move a little bit, so I'm not too worried about that gapping. That's adjustable easy. That's just 4 screws. This looks good. I think I'm going to call the hood pretty good. So, time to move on to doors. Yeah, that was an awful lot of work on this front end. We decided to go ahead and take a simple win and finish the curving on the trunk. Gaps look good. We were able to get this curve down so that it sits flush. Now remember, when you close it, it'll latch. So hopefully that shows up just how much nicer that looks. So I think we're going to go ahead with the trunk. The trunk's looking pretty good. I've still got some block work back here, but no hammer work. I've got some hammer work here I want to do before the car goes back. Same right here, because you can see it's starting to sand thin, and I don't want that. And a little bit more work here before it goes back. Then doors and finishing the fenders. And I keep reminding myself so that I don't forget, I still have to finish welding the inside of this. So, yeah, that looks pretty good. That may be all for today. It may not. If it is, thanks for watching. If it isn't, I'll see you in a minute.